Hello again, YouTube viewers and PlayStation Network members. John 11 Hot here. In my last video, I was ranting on about Godzilla Final Wars, telling you that Godzilla basically totaled the American version of Godzilla, which I basically thought was really excellent. Because why do I find that excellent? Because the American version sucked. And just to warn you that there will be a lot of curses in this probably. If not, then you came to the wrong video. But what I'm basically going to tell you is all the movies I remember I had for VHS of Godzilla. I had, and I'm going to do this in a row. What I do and do not have anymore. Okay, what I don't have is, well, I basically do have it, but I bought it. I bought it as, thinking it was going to have the English and stuff like that. Like, it was going to talk in English. And it turned out that it was all Japanese. It's for, Blu-ray. So, I basically bought that one. But, originally, I had the black and white version of Godzilla. King of the Monsters. That's what it was called. And, of course, what I still have... I have Godzilla Raids Again, which is another black and white monster movie classic. Two monsters, first monster versus match. Godzilla versus Anguirus, before Anguirus became friends with Godzilla, in the G series. And then, of course, I think, I had this for VHS also, but I now have it for DVD too. King Kong versus Godzilla. I have it for DVD now, but so it's pretty good. But the one thing though is the VHS was awesome though. Then of course I had for VHS, but I don't have it for DVD. Godzilla versus, well, it shouldn't be Godzilla. Mothra versus Godzilla, aka / The Thing. That's what they called it. Way back when they called it The Thing. They called Mothra the Thing. I don't know what kind of changed the title into Mothra versus Godzilla, but there was other Mothra versus Godzilla movies that came out later in the 90s and stuff like that. But I had that. Of course, I also had King Ghidorah, the three-headed monster. I don't have that for neither DVD or VHS. Then I had Godzilla versus the Astro Monster, aka / Godzilla versus Monster Zero. Then of course I had, I'm just doing, as you can basically guess, I'm trying to do this in a row. And it's really hard for me to think of them in the row, so it's gonna just be out of random sometimes. Let's see. I had the VHS version of Godzilla vs. the Sea Monster. That one I had. Godzilla versus, Godzilla destroys all all monsters attack. I had that one. Godzilla vs. Gigan. I had that for VHS. I don't have it for DVD because most also Godzilla vs. Megalon. I don't have that for DVD. I had it for VHS. All my good Godzilla VHS movies are gone. They got destroyed. Okay, the ones I do have, if I need to get the English version types, are Godzilla King of the Monsters. Godzilla versus, I got this one for DVD. Godzilla, King Kong versus Godzilla. I just need Godzilla, Mothra versus Godzilla. I would show you the ones I have and stuff like that because I can't remember every single one of them. But the last Godzilla movie I have for for DVD, and I still have it, thank God I do, is Godzilla Final Wars. Now there's a lot of talk that they're coming out with another Godzilla sometime next year in 2014. Can it basically top any of the Oh, now here's something that my viewers probably don't know. At some point, I did have in my possession way back when I was a kid, because I was a humongous Godzilla fan. One of my relatives basically had this. It was so awesome. It was called Godzilla King of the Monsters, the comic book. And guess which comic book company produced it? I'll give you a hint. Spider-Man. Well, not Spider-Man, but Marvel Comics basically made a comic book series based on Godzilla. And they also had, this is one thing that you would probably not see on the top of the fourth wall, unless Linkara / AKA Lewis Lovehue basically was to do a review about Godzilla versus, like Godzilla King of the Monsters, because basically Godzilla versed like all these Marvel superheroes, a lot of them like trying to beat the crap out of them, and they just like failed. No one can stop the King of the Monsters. It's a gigantic lizard that can squash you with radioactive fire. But the comic book series was so cool. But, they had like other monsters that Godzilla fought in the comic book series, like a gigantic dragon bat thing, weird helicopter cyclops creature with a huge, wide open mouth that looked like he was I don't know. He looked almost like Mayor McCheese, like it looked like a giant bun thing with huge teeth underneath and like just one humongous eyeball, and and it would fly around like a helicopter with its tail, I think, or something. It was like so bizarrely weird, but it was cool. But the one thing that was like really awesome is seeing the King of the Monsters fighting these Marvel superheroes. There was like no chance. I mean, you could basically have Spider-Man shoot webbing around Godzilla's mouth. Godzilla basically can snap out of that like nothing, because Godzilla is an ultimate creature that will never die unless the creators basically figure a way of killing him altogether where no one can basically bring him back. But just look up that Godzilla King of the Monsters, made from Marvel Comics. Look up Marvel Comics and Godzilla King of the Monsters comic book, and you'll definitely find it. I guarantee it. You'll find it. If not, then my name will be Mud. Okay? Until next time, YouTube viewers, this is John of Love and Hot saying, you're awesome G fan. Peace out. And don't shoot radioactive fire.